for example, we talk about India, there is a lot of labor present, and it should not be taking up the employment of all such labor. It should be in fact creating more jobs, though it is also creating currently, like you have more jobs coming up in AI as AI developer, as AI teacher or something, or as a machine learning expert or something. But we need the intervention of government. We need policies to make it more functional for the humans, not against them,
Okay.
not be more powerful than the humans.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Youth Channel Say Something with Mads. You know by now that this channel is for youth from across the globe who has something to say, something to share, their opinion, their views, their perspectives. This is a safe space for them to come and open their heart out and talk. And today we have a young girl from Delhi. She's a change maker. I have been following her on LinkedIn. She is Mishty Kaushik. She's joining from Delhi and she will introduce her and talk about who she actually is, what she's doing. Thank you for joining, Mishti. And how are you doing? How excited are you about today?
Thank you so much, Sam. I am much more than excited. I'm a bit nervous of how the things will go on for today. So talking about myself, as I said, my name is Mishty Kaushik, and I currently study at the Mishty College of University of Delhi. I'm a first year student pursuing BA Political Science honors, and I had humanities as my stream in class 12th, and I was also part of my student council and had various such participations in Model United Nations conferences and events and all the competitions which uh, took place under and outside of my school premises, be it in the field of entrepreneurship, be it in the field of commerce, marketing, or humanities, or research. I have taken part in various such competitions, and I am very fond of debates and immuning. So these are some things which I can do all throughout the day. Plus, I am also reading books. Traveling is something which I find my space. And yeah, every other day I can go here and there and search out new places and meet new people. So these are some things which drive me to become who I am. And yeah.
Mishti, this name, I know this means sweets, right? It's in Bengali, it means sweet. So how did you get this name? Who has coined this name for you?
Yeah, it was my elder brother who wanted to name me as Mishty. It was something he used to watch in a cartoon. The character's name was Mishty, and then he was like, I just want to give her this name. And then, yes, yeah, that's how Mishty came
Really?
up.
There's a cartoon character called Mishti. Oh, and being
Yeah,
a Bengali, I was attracted to your name. I said, oh, it means sweets. So, did you know that it also means sweets in
I
Bengali?
am not Bengali. I'm not Bengali, by the way, but my name is Bengali.
Yeah, correct. So because this has that we always are so fond of Mishti, we say in Bengal. All right. So we do know about you, but one thing I want to ask you and take you from your short intro which you gave is you love traveling. Any favorite place which you have visited or which you would want to visit? Name one place which you have visited which you like and one place which you want to visit.
So, Ladakh and like the Spiti Valley, these are some places which Spiti Valley I've already visited, even Ladakh. So this is one of the most beautiful places on the earth present, and I would recommend everyone to go over there because it includes all the adventure, the peacefulness, the life which you could consider yourself in the mountains. So it includes everything. Plus, yeah, this was one of my best and favorite trips. I would definitely like to go there once more. Plus, there's a small place in Rajasthan named Javain that is also very isolated yet peaceful place and has really good sceneries, and you can relate those sceneries to sceneries of the sceneries of Ladakh. So quite
Okay.
different places, but yes, the sceneries are quite similar. So these are
Okay.
some
Water
places in
bodies and the
India,
serenity. Hmm.
yeah, which I really like.
Lovely. So, yes, we broke the ice and we started with travel, and I can see a lot more coming up. Mishti, my first question to you would be, whom do you consider as your role model or hero? Somebody whom you look up to, may not be a family member, may be a family member, and why?
Yeah, they are absolutely my parents. I look up to them for everything, for even a small step in my life. I consider of what they will feel if I do this, and how are the certain ways through which I can make them proud. And I can certainly say that I follow the footsteps of my brother of how he's taking up things, how he's getting into faces fears, faces life, and be more productive out of it. So these are some things which I learned because he is someone dealing with the cases in life in today's generation. My parents dealt it in the past and they've overcome it, but right now it is me and my brother who are facing things right in today's time, and times have changed. So yes, I always look up to him of how he is taking up things, how he's shaping his personality, and he's always been my guiding force since this
Wow.
childhood.
So, tell me about something which I read on your LinkedIn profile, that you are chosen as Feel 150, one of the Feel 150 change maker. What does this mean to you, and how has this been selected? You being on the Feel 150, one of the members, changed your life. How this, when did this happen? Just take us to the journey of this. Why were you chosen? And what did you learn after being in this cohort?
Yeah, this was an online change makers event, and I got received it an year ago, and there were 100 more candidates just like me at this award function, and we were all the same age, the teenagers, and we were all going through the same uh, same career, not same but similar career paths, be it uh, entrepreneurship in a social uh, sphere, or be it excelling in leadership positions uh, towards the society or something. So that is how this came up. The criteria of this award came up. I was just nominated to it through my LinkedIn profiles only, like how I had posted in the past and what my experiences were. On the basis of that, I was given the opportunity to take this award, and that is how this
Yeah.
came up.
How do you think that young people should be making a profile on LinkedIn and posting their views and thoughts? How, LinkedIn
Yes,
is not supposed to be
definitely.
anymore for professionals. Every young person should make a profile here.
Yes, definitely. I think LinkedIn is a very fast-growing app. You can learn a lot from LinkedIn. I have over the past 2 to 3 years, I have learned something from LinkedIn which normal life could not have, like the real life could not have provided me, or which other social media platforms could not have served for me.
Initially you had asked me that you wanted to talk about AI. And when I talk about AI, though I am, not very familiar, but we all know AI equivalent to ChatGPT now. For me, AI means ChatGPT. So now, pre-interview, when I was talking to you, I came to know that you have a subject called AI, and you wanted to talk about AI and ethics. So I just completely give the floor to you. So talk about this AI and ethics, and enlighten me as well as people like viewers who are listening. Over to you. Why did you choose this topic, first of all?
No, first of all, I would say like AI is chat GPT, but it is not completely chat GPT.
Correct.
AI is a lot more than chat GPT.
Everywhere.
Chat GPT is just one pinch of AI, and it is a vast sphere. You cannot even imagine where AI is taking you. So yeah, certainly this AI has amazed me all the time, all the time. But being from a humanities background, not having a scope in uh, physics and mathematics, I was not able to pursue it for higher studies. So this was one thing. But as a subject, I have always been very fond of AI, and I have always wanted to get more into it, get more courses to AI, get more into internships or many such projects of AI, and uh, because this is some field where you always learn something and it amazes you all the time, because a it is growing. It is not something like math that it has a specified syllabus for the past 15-20 years and it will be the same. No, it is not like any other conventional subject. This subject is, it is not ready to limit itself to a specific sphere, and day by day it is growing. Every day you will find something new coming up, and every day you have to keep a track on it, or otherwise you will lose the validity of the subject. Only you will just know like the other people know about it. But being a student of AI, you need to update yourself on a daily basis, because this is a field which is growing. It is not yet
Hmm.
completely
Hmm.
established. Every day there's something more and more coming up. And
Hmm.
yes, I feel in today's world we are completely surrounded by it, and nothing is there to make us step away from it. If we want to focus more on our life. For example, our phones, we cannot move away from our phones right now. It is something of a lifeline to us, and we cannot be away from it. Even a personal gadgets like a laptop our earphones, or not earphones, but our laptops, or something electronics. So these are some things which have become a very essential part of our life, and we just cannot be away from it. And when we consider our phones, for example, while I'm speaking and my phone is on, so yes, my phone is listening to everything, whatever I'm speaking. The apps are constantly running. For example, I'm with my friend and I discuss with her that I want these Nike shoes. The next time I open my
Yeah.
Instagram or my Google, it will show me the ads of Nike shoes, the same
Correct.
type I was talking about. So this is something like my phone is constantly hearing everything from me while it is on, and this at times scary as well, because
Yes.
because
Nothing is no privacy about
yeah, there's
anything.
no privacy. So this is the topic this is how I'm taking my topic. It is about privacy, how we can adapt and how we can make our own space in the world of AI, and how we can learn to deal with it. Because this is something. So what is AI? AI is something which has human-like intelligence, and it tries to mimic human-like intelligence. And any AI model, when developed, it requires more and more training. But over a period of time, it has the ability to learn on its own, develop on its own. For example, you taught the AI 2 plus 3. Next time, it will also be able to do the minus or multiplication functions as well. So this is something how the AI develops, and it is very essential for us to keep track of our AI, and how it cannot go into a direction which is not suitable for the human beings. So this is something which professionals all over the world, be it at Harvard, be it at any big institution serving with this subject, are talking about that we need interfaces to deal with it. We need government intervention, and we need policies to be formulated when we are talking about AI. Because for
Hmm.
example, when we talk about crypto, like it is in this sphere, and various countries have even taken it it as their currency. So when we talk about crypto, it is a currency which is not stable enough for any country to make it as their formal currency and go on with it, right? And you need interventions, you need policies, you need techniques to
Yeah,
make it
true.
stable, right? And for this also we need various measures to make it more stable and helpful us us because it is not because it cannot be something which takes over the place of humans, which limits our capability for a creative thinking or for a more advanced thinking. Plus, it should not be taking up our jobs or
Hmm.
the employment of various such people, right? For example, we talk about India, there is a lot of labor present, and it should not be taking up the employment of all such labor. It should be in fact creating more jobs, though it is also creating currently, like you have more jobs coming up in AI as AI developer, as AI uh, a teacher or something, or as a machine learning expert or something. So
Hmm.
yes, it is
Hmm.
also getting up
Hmm.
jobs, but we need the intervention of government, and we need policies to make it more functional for the humans, not against them, not
Okay.
not be more powerful than the humans.
Mishti, I can see how passionately you're talking about. The first thing which struck me is it's not the subject which only tech people can do, only people with science can look into. This is beyond all that. Anybody and everybody from any field will be impacted by AI and should know AI. Am I right?
Completely, this is absolutely true. People like, okay, AI is there in, for say, marketing, right? Anyone who is in marketing, AI is definitely there, right? Anyone who is in healthcare, AI is definitely there. So you pick up a field, it can be
AI.
placed or it is already there, right? So in today's generation, for example, you are a doctor, you need to be definitely knowing about this technology, because if you are not, then you are just this is not
Okay.
able to cope up with what all is
Yes.
going on.
Mishti, since you have so passionately spoken about this, and let me put to you this question. Supposing somebody wants to learn about AI sitting at home, is there anything whom you can suggest? Okay, this course is there, or something somebody can do this to learn, or is there like how is it taught in colleges as a subject? Do they do practical things also, or if they are not taught in college, how can a student learn about this?
So I started studying it from my school level as well itself. So in AI, under the CBSE board, you have 50 marks for the theory exam and 50 marks for the practical exam. So
Okay.
the distribution is quite equal, right? Because in earlier subjects, for example, you talk about maths, you have 80 marks for theory and 20 marks for practical. But in
Hmm.
AI, you have same for both of them. So you have to give the
Hmm.
same attention to both the aspects, be it theory and be it practical. But as we study the subject, we can definitely see that a practical exposure is much more better,
Hmm.
because if you do not have your electronic device like your laptop with you, you just cannot understand it completely of how it works. Plus, when I say someone who wants to study AI, I think the internet, it is one of the most available and one of the best source to study. Just go to YouTube, find out. There are big numerous channels and very great teachers who teach you AI at on YouTube, and it is extremely great. If anyone has the interest, please just go to YouTube, listen to educators, at least know the crux and the basis of what this technology actually is. If you want to get a course, go to Coursera or any such platform. You have courses there from IBM, from Microsoft, and all these big companies which are making their place at AI. Even Google provides really great courses. Every other day there is a new software coming up by Microsoft, by IBM, by Google, by Infosys, and all these big companies are taking over.
Right. So, Mishti, I think this is something after this interview, I'm going to register for Coursera AI because I need to learn this and it's the right time. So, every day, every minute when I talk to somebody, there is some learning, and this is what you have so beautifully put, so passionately. I'm seriously looking at it, and I will do it. So, moving away from AI, let's talk about your your journey as why did you get into or how did you get into writing your social entrepreneurship. Awas Foundation, I see on your LinkedIn profile that you were writing a content for Awas Foundation, and there is something called Old Folks United. You are associated with that organization. Let's talk about Awas first and then Old Folks United. I'm very intrigued by the second one. What does it even mean, Old Folks United? And the name itself is very interesting. So tell me, how did you get connected to these two organizations?
First, I would say I got into content creation and debating because I just wanted to firstly, in school, I used to see my seniors who were into this field and who used to go to competitions and take part into numerous events. So I was also very fond, like I should be like them. I should also take up some initiative. Only studying won't be a cure for my thoughts to take place. I need something more else to divert my attention. So this is how I got into such fields, and this is how I basically took part in various events, and I just wanted to know more. I was curious to know more, learn something more, connect with people. Like the more kept me going, right?
Hmm.
And when we talk about Awards Foundation, like I just got into it while through LinkedIn or something. So yes, this is a foundation working for the youth itself and by the youth. So it helps in people to take up put forward their voice as per the issues they are facing. And yeah, this is a very great place to be when you are uh, dealing with people who are from the marginalized sector, or
Hmm.
whose voices are not being heard, and this is for someone who to come up to make
Hmm.
their voice heard, to
Voice is
awaz, to
heard.
call for
Abbas.
it.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes.
And
Hmm.
when we talk about Old Folks United, so yes, there was this project by my school, and it was focused on I don't remember it properly, but this is a project which I did for my school, and I was extremely I just wanted to make it not just a project, but also uh, a place where other people from outside my school could also outside my sphere could also connect. So Old Folks United is basically a place for the older generation to come up and not feel like they are being disregarded by the current world. But yes,
Okay,
they are
okay.
one of the most valuable assets we have today. They're one of the most creative and known people who have gone through the spheres of life which we are unknown to, right? So this is a place for them as how they can build them, not build themselves, I would say, but make people but make people know them, make people know what they have done and connect with them. And
Hmm.
uh, very recently, there was this organization called Goodfellow, started by the Ratan Tata, and Shantanu was is his founder. So that also does the same kind of work, but just the difference is that they employ people.
Hmm.
It is a uh,
Hmm.
proper
Hmm.
company. They employ
Right.
people, and they are called good fellows, and they connect with the older generation. We just don't employ people as of yet. We just connect with the older generation to and we provide them a platform for them to put their thoughts on whatever they are currently doing, or whatever they feel about religion, mythology, or any
Hmm.
politics or economics of the current world.
The whole premise of it is so beautiful and so unique. I think you should never leave this. And as you start working, growing up, you should also keep looking at this as one of your best plans which you have made in school, and you should always work towards it. Mishti, coming to a question which is might make you think a bit. If you are given an option to be the Prime Minister of India for a day, and you have to choose three people as your cabinet ministers, only three people, other than your family member, who would those three people be?
Okay. Uh, Honestly speaking, I have not known such people, such great people. Yes, so I would say that the current External Affairs Minister, Dr. S. Shankar, he's
Everybody's favorite.
so yeah, the perfect choice to be in my cabinet, though he's already there. But yes, I would say that in my cabinet also I want someone like him. I would say the current IT minister, his name is Ashwini Vaishnav. I think he was also a bureaucrat and now turned politician. So I think I'm like he was a railways minister as well, and the
Yeah.
way the railways are transformed, I feel
Mm.
that someone like him should also be there. Then again, I would give a call for the bureaucrat only. He was Sanjeev Sanyal at the
Okay.
PM Economic Advisor. I don't know if sir is currently also an economic advisor or not, but yes, he was a PM economic advisor.
And amazing choices. Mishti, this is a time when there's role reversal. You need to ask me a question. And what would that question be?
All right, I have a question for you. You deal with youth, right? Students
I
and
deal with you.
yeah, teenagers of my age. So, what are the tactics or what are the techniques you take up as a person while dealing with children, and how it has changed you? And basically, like while we were also planning for this interview, I was very hesitant to be. So how did you had the patience and the mindset to deal with children like us? Like where have you
No,
got it?
that's a very sweet question. And it actually, if I start speaking, another one whole episode will be on this why and how. So, also, I'm a neuroscience coach. Okay. So, I have done 1 year of neuroscience. Being a teacher, when I was teaching, I didn't do this, unfortunately. But when I left teaching and I did this, I then started training teachers on how to bring neuroscience into education. Neuroscience is not for doctors, it's not for brain related patients or something. Neuroscience is there in the classroom. Once I did it, believe me, Mishti, my way of looking at everybody changed. The whole perspective of how I looked at young people, elderly, my age group, everybody changed. So I know where they come from. Now the judgment, the answering, like give advice, all this has changed. Now it's all about what is going on the mind, what they must be thinking, why are they behaving this way. So kind of that helps me understand people better. And I think that is why this channel is growing so much. And I have people like you coming on every day, because I think I understand people, and that understanding is something which I bring to the table. And this is what every youth whom I interview has given me the hope that I'm on the right track. And yes, I do understand people. And that's something I wish I had done this with my son, who says that you didn't practice this with me. Now, what you're practicing, but never better late than never. Now I do. Now I listen more to what they're not saying. I know you have said that you read a lot of books, and your posts also, I saw you are you are analyzing, or maybe synopsis of books which you read. I read one, Indra Nui, right? You wrote about her
Yeah,
book.
yeah,
And
yes.
also you like reviewing movies. So I know that books and movies, and this is something we must end our show with. So, which are the books you would recommend people to read, and one of your favorite movies or podcast you can name?
Yes. So first, let's talk about books. Autobiographies. I've read Helen Keller's, no, not Hel- Anne Frank's also. I've read. Then I have read Priyanka Chopra. Then Indra Nooyi, as you said, and various other people I'm not able to recall right now. But Elon Musk also. So I have read the autobiographies of all such people. Personally, my favorite book is, as I said, is by the Accidental Prime Minister.
Oh, yeah.
A movie is also based on this book. It is by Sanjay Baru, and yeah, this book was given by my grandfather to me. So this is something very very special to me. I don't know how he just wanted me to read this book, and since the day I read this book, I was like, this is
Blown
a
away.
field where I can make my place. Then yes, moving about movies, I am I love Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. It is something which people all my age, everyone loves it, and everyone wants to recreate that movie with their friends. So podcast, I listened to a crime podcast, that is a Desi crime podcast started by children my age themselves while they
Oh,
were in school. Right now they're in college, and there are two people, uh, Aishwarya Singh and Aryan Mishra, and these two are running the podcast.
since we are talking about books, the area, the genre which you spoke about is also very close to my heart. I read a lot of biographies of famous people, and especially very fond of reading Indian political journey of people, how PM's journey, any ministers. So also one book which I want to recommend. It's not an Indian book, but it will help you to, because since you, it's called Prisoners of Geography. Okay, so,
Okay.
how countries react to each other based on their geographical features, and how olden days, it has two series. Start with part one and then go to part two. Part two is which I'm reading right now, but part one is amazing book. Also recommended by one of my young friends like you. See, Mishti, we have come to the end of the show, and we always end with the book recommendations, and that's where it's personal favorite, of course, but I'm sure people listening to also will note down these things, whatever you have suggested, some amazing choices today. So, how was it? How did you feel? How was the interview? How would you like to end it? I would like to give you the last line, how you want to sum up the whole interview.
I think it went very smooth. I should have taken it up much more earlier. And yeah, so
Good.
this was
Great to
just a
have you.
great
Great to have.
conversation. Yeah.
Yes. So, AI, I'm getting into it, and some of the books recommendation. Thank you so much for being a guest, and such a beautiful conversation we had after a very long and exhaustive day. You have made this time for this podcast. I'm very, very thankful to it. And thank you to my listeners. This is where we end today, but tomorrow we come
I am
across.
much in debt for you for making being patient with me, because I was very bad at this. Like, how am I going to do it? Is it right or wrong? I was like, okay, but you were the one who constantly pushed me to be a part of this interview. Otherwise, I would have never taken my first ever interview. So guys, this is my first interview. So thank
Thank
you
you
so
so much, Mishti. Means a lot, means a lot. So, so that's it for today. And as I end, before every end of the show, I say that we have only one earth. So please do a little bit what you can do from your end. Save water, stop food wastage, and of course, stop using plastics as much as possible and make this world a better place. See you again next time with a new guest. And for now, bye bye.